Look how y'all looking like soldiers now, boy. They're gonna lock you all up. They're gonna lock you. Give yourselves a hand, man. Give yourselves a hand. Most High Christ, man. Most High Christ. They're gonna kick your door down, man. They're gonna knock. They're gonna finish you off, brother. I know what it is you're trying to do, but they're gonna finish you off. Give me 1 second here, all right? You all had any questions you all was going through? Yeah. All right, let's get them tonight for sure. Apologize for there. I know you're gonna be there come next year on the Feast of Unleavened Bread last night. All right. So we make our way down. Just getting the computer up, everything was a little bit trying, but we back up on it. You know what I mean? Let me see if I could adjust my volume here so I could hear you all a little better. All right, cool. Level. All right. So yeah, any questions with it? Who up there first? Say your name again. Say again. Masimba. All right, go ahead.
Yes. The first thing I want to find out is from Amos 9. I want to find out the term, those that are called by my name, what it means.
Okay.
Yes, Amos 9, 11 and 12. Yeah.
I know, so go ahead and catch up with you. Skip up of, go ahead, read the verse.
Okay. Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Verse 12. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this.
All right, so okay. Let's get one more time.
From 11 or just 12?
From 11. What your question is in 11?
The question is in 12. Which are called by my name. I want to understand what. Yeah.
Okay, read from 11 again, where you started off.
Amos chapter 9, verse 11.
Go ahead.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
All right, what does that mean?
He's saying to restore.
Say again?
He's going to restore the rulership of David.
Meaning what? Give me a little bit more.
That he's going to set Israel in a place of rulership again.
All right, the tabernacle of David. What's another word for tabernacle?
Oh.
Raise your hand, though. Raise your hand. Who said? Same Simba?
Rocky.
Say your name again up.
Rocky.
House, you correct. Next time, just raise your hand, all right? Just raise your hand and just say Salakia. Say it loud so I'll see when the camera switch. I could check you all out, all right? That's right. So now, read the scripture again from 11.
Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
All right. So in that day, he's saying he's going to restore or rebuild or raise up the house of David that is fallen. What is he speaking about in general? The kingdom of Israel, right? He's speaking about restoring Israel. But why is it he said the house of David or the tabernacle of David? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sean, right?
Go ahead, Sean.
Because the Most High promised David that he'll always give him a a king to sit on his throne.
That's it. That's it. More succinctly, the lineage, a king will always come from one, the tribe of Judah, two, from David's lineage. Get the point? It comes from David's lineage. So the house of David, meaning David's family line, he's going to raise that back up because why? David's family line fell. What's the proof? What's the proof that David's family line fell?
Lock here.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yes, sir. Is it because of Solomon and what because of what he did? The 12 tribes of Israel split up between his two sons?
No, okay, that's different reasons why. It wasn't just Solomon. David also sinned against the Lord, remember? Then he punished him with Absalom and the dead baby. And Solomon sinned against the Lord. But okay, what's the proof that the house fell? Like how he say he's gonna raise the house again. It's in the Bible there, the proof that the house has fallen.
Lock here.
Go ahead.
Is it because the 12 tribes of Israel are scattered abroad went to slavery?
That's true. That's true. That is true, but not the answer I'm looking for. That's true. Go ahead, the brother right next to you. Say your name.
Andrew.
Andrew, go ahead.
They were possessed. They were possessed as slaves.
That's true, but there's something else. Think very specific. The house of David is specifically talking about the rulership. And once you have a rulership in place, then the people will come in. But now the rulership is fallen. Go ahead, the brother on your right. What's your name again?
Nigel.
Nigel, go ahead.
Is it destruction of Jerusalem, 70 AD?
Close. That's close, but something else.
Lock here, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it because Israel just lose rulership entirely? Is it that simple or?
No. Okay. There's something there in the Bible that's actual proof that the house of David, the lineage of David, fell. Right, the brother all the way in the back.
Oh, slack here.
Akim. Go ahead, Akim.
Is it when Christ died?
Not when he died. Not when he died. When he died was the house being raised back up.
God.
The brother all the way to the back. Say your name, Mark.
Clyde.
Clyde, let me hear you. Take a shot.
You know, stay down people reaching.
Okay, all that's true, but okay, how do you relate the Lord's people to the fall of the house of David? Like had to be a bridge there. Go ahead, Clyde.
You lost the ability to know that we are to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's true, but there's something else. There's something that's a little bit more stark. There's a little bit more stark in it.
So,
go ahead.
I said again, I try Job 9 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Why is the earth given into the hand of the wicked instead of the hand of the house of David? The brother right next to you who had his hand up, I believe it was not Clyde. Yeah, it was Andrew. Nigel, Salakia.
Is it when they were conquered by the Greeks?
When I'm gonna give it to you, and you're gonna feel simple for this shit. Go ahead, Sean. Last one.
So one more check, right? Is it, I can't remember exactly what the precept is, but is it the glory of David? Is it something to do with the glory of David?
Simpler than that, real simple. Who is Christ?
Right, the king of kings, Lord of lords.
How is he the king?
Right. He's the king that was promised to David.
Raise your hand, and get them hands.
So, okay, sorry about that, right?
Go ahead.
He was, yeah, Christ was the king that was prophesied that comes to the lineage of David.
So now,
sit on the throne.
Go ahead, come on.
All right, he was the king that was prophesied by the Most High, or promised to David by the Most High to sit on the throne to rule forever.
All right. So now, if Christ is the king, why was he a carpenter's son? Huh? If Christ is the king, why he grow up, with a spirit level and a hacksaw? Go ahead, Clyde, you have your hand up?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Also too, Aki, let me stop. Put your hand up high, all the way up. Let me see it. Don't do this. Sometimes I ain't seeing it. Up high, all right? Yeah, go ahead.
There's a part in the Bible that prophesied that will come up amongst the brethren.
It's a prophecy, but his low estate of being born to a carpenter, being born to parents that were not properly wed, meaning Joseph did not get permission before he had sex with Mary. You get the point? He had sex with Mary before he was officially given to her as a rib. Now, in today's society, that ain't no big deal. But when we were in our full glory, as you're saying, with all our honor, it was a dishonorable thing. You get the point? Meaning, if you had to have a woman, you had to go to her father and do it the right way. And that's why it says Joseph, being a just man, meaning he was right according to the law. He knew that this was his work. He looked at that belly swelling and know that's his work. He put her away privately. But they was not yet granted permission to be married. But that's a prophecy of your king is going to be born as a common man. Your king ain't going to be born after an expensive wedding banquet in a big castle in front of the whole nation. Your king going to be born like his brethren, poor in the ghetto. What good could come from Nazareth? That's the proof that the house of David had fallen. The status it was in had fallen, that now your king is a carpenter's son. Your king is a mason. Your king is a fisherman. It's a low state. But he did that. Now in that low state, he is able now, in a position where he relates to us all. And that's why he said to make him a righteous judge unto us. Because he was born just like us. You get the point? All right. Who had their hand up? Somebody was going to say something or ask a question?
Yeah, I think you answered it already, but is it aligning with Isaiah 53 when they talk about the government shall be on the shoulders and all of that, and it should be somebody that nobody would they call it his appearance.
He is nothing to look upon, not comely. All that's describing how he would be on the earth. But of course, after that, in the Apocrypha, I tell you that he was the tallest man in the kingdom. In the vision that Ezra saw, it saw Christ standing head and shoulders above the multitude, and he was putting crowns on everybody else's head. Right? So it's one description is of him before the glory, the other description is of him after. You get the point? Guys, let's get back to Amos so you understand that. He's going to rebuild the house of David, meaning rebuild the kingdom, the rulership, the government of the kingdom. And in rebuilding the government of the kingdom, he is now rebuilding the nation of Israel, right? All right, keep going. Finish off 11 and then skip to go down to 12.
And close up the breaches thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right, and I will raise, go ahead. I will raise up his ruins and build it as in the days of old. And he's going to restore this kingdom as in the days of old. Go ahead.
Verse 12. That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
Mm-hmm.
And of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this.
What is we talking about? What are we talking about? Now, when we get the kingdom, we will possess the remnant of Edom. Who is Edom? Somebody say it right. Galwan, who is Edom?
The so-called white man.
Come say it how I taught you to say that.
The white man was the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. That's right. Say it good. Don't give me the cake with no icing. Give me the cake and the goddamn icing. You understand? Give me I want the goat with the curry. White man who is the devil the Bible speaks of. Right? That's Esau, that's Edom. We will possess the remnant of Edom. Why is there a remnant of Edom? Go ahead. Who are we? Sean? Nigel, come on, Nigel.
Those would be Esau who remain after the destruction when Christ comes.
Good job. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So, quick question on that, right? Is the remnant of Edom and the remnant of the heathen are all the people that restore the promise according to, I think it's Ezekiel or something like that? Is that them that bow down basically, or them that no, not everybody. They was sorry, if it's so to speak, they were sorry for the transgression they do?
No. Listen, there's no heathen on the earth that is sorry for what they did to black people. Not yet. Not yet. The East Indians, are the East Indians sorry for what they did to us in Trinidad?
I don't know.
What do they turn around and say? You're lazy. You're a bunch of gorillas, orangutan, this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah. They ain't sorry. They ain't sorry. But after Christ comes back, after the Lord rebuilds the house of David, there's going to be a remnant of them that we're going to possess. When we possess them, they're going to be sorry. Then they're going to be sorry. Explain that to me.
Right.
Explain that to me, Nigel.
No, see that, go ahead. Oh, let's see, go ahead.
They were being hard bondage.
Yes, I'll take that. You'll get real political with the language. I'll give it to you raw. After Christ done slaughter their mother and father and wring the blood from their neck, their children going to be sold into slavery and have their backs whipped.
Yes.
They're going to be sorry. They're going to be so sorry. They're going to curse their fathers and mothers for sinning against us. They are going to, just like how we wake up every day, the young black boys and young black girls, Hispanic, Native Indian black boys and girls wake up and we curse our parents because of our lifestyle. We wake up feeling horrible about ourselves. It's called low self-esteem. Wonder why you was born this way, why you had to live in the ghetto, why you living here, why you couldn't be, from up north and Diego Martin or one of them Sapga son, or one of them Chinese son. We curse our parents every day because of our life. A day is coming when them East Indians going to curse their parents every day. They're going to curse the Fat El Razak. They're going to curse, the bald head fool in the glasses? Gandhi. They're going to curse their parents every day because why? these niggers are so cruel to us. We are in hard bondage. We can't, they're working us day and night. And it's not because we are cruel, but that's God's justice. So a day when the remnant of them, we will possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name. What is that talking about? Come on.
Is it going to be like uphold in when we were in slavery, when Esau possessed us, that they put their names and their titles into ownership?
Slightly different, little bit different. I see where you're going with it, but a little bit different. Is anybody else want to try it? Salakia, hold on. Anybody else? No sweat. Okay. Who are the heathen that are called by the Lord's name right now?
Yeah. Salakia, sir.
We not heathens.
Right. All right.
So now who are the heathens? Give me the brother all the way, the brother behind Masimba.
Salakia.
Say your name again.
Sweetaka.
Sweetaka, go ahead.
I was going to say the Israelites that are not aware that they are Israelites.
I just tell you how we gonna possess the remnant of the heathen is hard bondage.
Salakia, sir. Is it that the heathen is called by the heathen in his word? And these are the heathen like the tabernacles and Moab, them, this, the Hagarites, all of that. Is it them? In other words, who he called them? In other words, if he said slam talk for, I name them, I call them that, that's how I call them.
No, it's okay. There's a group of people today, biblically known by the name of Amalek, right?
Right.
Amalek is their name. I like to call them the long rat-nosed, hook-nosed bastard of the earth, the kike, aka the kike, right? Some people call them the Jewish man, right? Who does the Jewish man say he is? The Lord's people, right? We are the Lord's chosen, right? Well, in that day, we will possess them. I'll show them how much the Lord chose them. I'll show you just how much the Lord chose you, right, Mr. They have all them names: Weinstein, Swinestein, all them funny names they be having. We show them just how much the Lord chose them. Who else like to say the chosen of the Lord? Them Ethiopians. Them Ethiopians love to say the Hashem. Oh Hashem, Hashem. They think that the Lord's chosen people. No problem. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you good and strong. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you how much of the Lord's chosen. You chose to pick cotton. You chose to buy shoes. You chose to cut cane. That's what you're gonna be chosen to do. Right? All them heathens who don't assume our identity, we're going to possess them. You get the point? We are going to possess them. Somebody, Galwan, look up for me stolen valor. Look up for me stolen valor. Right, just Google stolen valor.
Valor.
Valor, V-A-L-O-R.
I got it. The Stolen Valor Act of 2013 is a United States federal law that was passed
by the 113th United States Congress. The law amends the Federal Criminal Code to make it a crime for a person to fraudulently claim having received a valor award specified in the Act with the intent of obtaining money, property, or other tangible benefit by convincing another that he or she received the award.
All right. Who understands that? Sudaka, come on with it.
I'll take a shot. It's more or less like people who say people who lie about something. Then, in a sense, like if I say I have like a big military, but in reality I have none, or a small military, or something like that.
Something like that. Something like that. You might have to be a little bit in tune with American culture. It has to do with America's military, but you onto it a little bit. Give me Nigel. I'm gonna come to you, Sean. Give me Nigel.
Yeah. I wasn't going on the military side, but it was it in the point where like someone claiming like how some of the Americans will claim to be native Indians, to claim their lands and all them different things.
You're not wrong, but you jump ahead on me. You jump ahead. I don't see use Neo in the Matrix. You seeing everything ahead of time. You jump ahead a little bit on me, but you're on the right track. But there's something before we get there. Give me, Sean, let me hear you.
I was saying the same thing, sir. Saying laying claim. People are laying claim to things that not entitled to them.
That's it. But okay, it's specifically for this, right? In America, they have, America honors their military a whole ton, right? It's all propaganda to get more young, simple-minded men to join the military to go die for the country. So they parade, the veterans and give them little shiny trinkets and pin on their shoulder after they don't get their foot blown off, right? And in America, there's certain stores, certain restaurants, they'll take care of veterans, right? You're a vet, you come in there, you have the Navy SEAL tattoo, or Marine, or you done lost your foot in Afghanistan and you get a Purple Heart, or they pin some badge on your camouflage on your fatigues. You could walk in certain restaurants and they'll let you eat for free, or they'll give you discounts. Sometimes you go to buy a car and you don't pay no taxes. You get the point? Sometimes you go for a loan and you get the loan despite whatever, because you are a military vet. And what some devils was doing, who never went to war, would just go buy, military jackets and pin the shit on, or a lot of military veterans are homeless in America. That's how disgusting this country is. The men who go fight for you and die for you, when they come home, they don't have a place to sleep. So a lot of them are homeless. So you could go buy stuff off of them. Some of them hold on to it for dear life. But you buy stuff off of them, talk to them, get their story, and you go pretend you is, petty officer this or officer that, from this platoon, from the 5th Brigade, and start calling numbers, and you going in places and you reaping the benefits of a man who went and fought war for his country, but you never went. So they made a law to protect those men, and they call it stolen valor, meaning the valor from a man being valiant or brave. Like a man who is brave and go to war for his country, he should be able to reap the benefits himself without somebody pretending to be him and reaping the benefits themselves, right? How does this relate to us? Nigel, you up? Flakis, Sudaka, I see your hand. Go ahead, Art.
Is it the same way how those who are claiming the Jews who are in Jerusalem now, who pretending to be Jews, claiming the heritage, the customs, and everything, and the privileges that come with it. Of being a Jew.
That's it. The privileges that come with it. That's the problem. It's one thing to say you are me, but imagine you show up in a man's house. You say, yeah, well, I'm Nigel, and I'm going down there and I'm taking all Nigel salary. Nigel children looking at me like I'm him. Nigel woman look at me like I'm him. I'm in Nigel house. They now get the privileges of being Asak, and they got to pay. They got to pay for it. If the white man makes a law to protect stolen valor for his goddamn soldiers, how much more righteous is the law than the white man to make him pay for what he stole from us? You get the point? Now, let me ask you another question, right? This is for the local crowd. How does this apply to Trinidad? Come on, Galawan, I hear you. I hear you say,
So I guess that was me. Yes, sir.
Galawan, you're rubbing off on him. He sounded just like you. He sounding just like you. Listen, I'm waiting to see him in the full black and the fringes and the boots. Then I'm gonna know that's your right hand. Who understands it? Who want to take a shot at it?
Zlakia.
Masimba?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
It applies to us in the context where the East Indian more or less replaces the white man in our country at present. So the white man for more or less bring the East India to the country, so they have the ability to have a step up ahead of us.
That's true. Give him a hand still for recognizing that. That's true. That's excellent.
I guess so.
There's something a little bit more, but you're right though. You on the right track, Masimba. You are a man after my own heart, brother. Anything wrong in Trinidad, blame the Fatel Razak, brother. Blame the Fatel. Anything going wrong with the country, I don't care what it is, it's the Fatel Razak. I always say that bitch should have sink. That shit should have hit that iceberg and just sink in the damn water. We'd have been much better off. Go ahead, sure.
Yes, sir. Right? All the natural resources, all the wealth, all these different things that we're supposed to be reaping as so-called nationals of this land, everybody else reaps except us.
You're on it now. Now you're on it. Now you're on it. You understand? Now you're on it. Like, that applies to all the 12 tribes because those heathens, they call themselves us. But in each tribe, where each tribe dwells, it applies to whoever is their oppressor. If you look at where each tribe dwells, there's an oppressor sitting over the top of them that done stole all their valor. And in Trinidad, the East Indians done stole all our valor. They turn around and call us lazy. We cut the cane to make the money to bring them black ass over to Trinidad. The money the white man spent to bring them over here, it came from our blood, sweat, and tears. So you can't turn around and call me lazy now. You're supposed to be looking for a way to lift us up, being that we were here first and oppressed first and destroyed. And you came with your culture and your language and saw we was destroyed and decided to oppress us even more. Our valor. Give me don't remember, you know who Sat Miraj is? Sat Miraj said when he was appealing to the government of Trinidad for the Caroni lands. You know Caroni lands, right? What is Caroni lands famous for? Who has the hands on Caroni lands right now? Who has their hands on Caroni's land right now?
The East Indians.
The East Indians. Sat Miraj pleaded with the government and said his ancestors bled on those lands, and by that, they should be given first preference to farm the land and own the land. Now, our leadership done fell because nobody got up and challenged Satmaraj, and beneath them lands is the bones of slaves. His graves under them came. His blood, sweat, and tears of slaves. And the East Indians came after and got put over the top of us and now taking that shit away from us. Even Vibes Cartel had a song where he was talking about the Chinese and them taking over Jamaica. You remember the song? Poor people land. When he asked, and he said, Mr. Chin, go back Japan, because here's for the black man. Like, regular people could see it, but our leaders done failed, brother. But rest assured, the Lord, he ain't blind, and he's seeing it, and they're going to pay for it. Get the point, Sean? So we can move on.
So on top of that, sir, the people that's supposed to be for us, it's like a shadow government, because PNM being ruled by the so-called white man, all the Syrian and them is the people that really running that day. So you don't really have to raise up indignation here and kill all the whole of them. And the whole family, kill all the whole of them. Yeah.
What you said is absolutely right, and let me tell you something. It's good that you can see it. And what you said, the Lord needs to raise up indignation. And that's what it takes freedom to be angry. A slave cannot be angry. You can imagine a slave being angry, but a free man can be angry. A free man can be angry. And freedom comes from learning the truth of the Bible. Freedom comes from learning this doctrine. Freedom comes from One West, man. I'm trying to tell you. Freedom comes from One West I.S.U.P.K. That's where it comes from. Where you're free to say the white man is the devil, because he is. The East Indians are our oppressors. The Jews is black. Christ is black. And you're all going to be our slaves in the future. A free man can say that. But you, our leaders are not free men. They are slaves to money. They're slaves to a dollar. They will serve anybody who pays them. So the Lord should raise up indignation, and he's raising it up right now. All them police brutality, the beat-em, Sealots, give me some more. John, Mova, Lavantil, Caledonia, Labre, Point. We feeling it. And as we feeling it, Galawan stand up. Galawan gets up and say, you know what? I'm going to find a way to make my people live again and breathe life into my people. Galawan said, I want a revolution in Trinidad. And that was his name. That's what his name means, Galawan, revolution, because that's what it's going to take. Now, in building this nation and in creating this revolution again through the Spirit of the Lord, we will not touch one hair on their head. We will not take arms against them ever. You understand? Now, at the same time, we ain't Christian. Don't think because we read the Bible, you can come and do whatever you want. Don't think a Busy Signal have a song say, bat up who? Box up who in the face? You get the point? We ain't Christian, but we are not going to raise up arms against anything. We are not going to physically try to take anything back, because that's not what the Bible says. You get the point? You remember Abu Bakr in 1990? With the 1990 coup, Abu Bakr had gripe with the government. He decided to do what? Physically take things back. He had indignation, angry indignation, hot indignation, but it was not righteous indignation. And that coup was doomed to fail. Who knows why?
Okay.
Go ahead, Masimba.
It was doomed to fail because the Most High wasn't backing what I was doing.
Give him a hand. Go ahead, Galawan. Go ahead, man. I see you giving them. I see you giving them what you know. Go ahead, The Lord was not with that nonsense, brother. The Lord was not with. There's been one success. There's been one successful revolution ever in history. Takeover. Where was that?
Slovakia.
Who have it? Come on, Niger.
18.
Haiti was a slave revolt, and it was short-lived. It was not successful. It's the only one. It's the only revolt that succeeded. But look at Haiti now. You get the point? Haiti's a modern-day example, and it's the closest example to what a successful revolution would look like, but not Haiti. And you know why Haiti wasn't it? Because they were delivered by the hand of man. Get the point? As long as you could be delivered by the hand of man, what can happen? You could be enslaved by man. Did a man enslave the 12 tribes of Israel? Come on with it. Who say la? I want the precept too. Come on, go on. Let's go. Okay, I'm excited here now. Give me brother down in the back. Hold on. Again, your name. Not Rory. Clyde. Who's Rory?
Rocky.
Shit, yeah. I'm okay, don't worry. Clyde, all the way down in the back.
The only successful revolution I could remember, the most memorable one is when the people came out of Egypt.
That's the only one, huh? That's the only one. That's the only one because the Lord delivered us out. We didn't have to take up no arms against nothing. All we had to do was listen to the man the Lord sent. Listen to the man the Lord sent. I was a wrap. You understand? The white man enslaved us, but he did not enslave us of his own free will. You get the point? Our slavery was, give me the precept. Anybody knows it? In the Apocrypha. In the Apocrypha. Who up front there? Masimba?
So I was going at Deuteronomy 20:15. That is the only thing I had in mind.
Let me hear it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
I'll take that. I'll take that precept. I'll take that precept. You're right. Like our slavery was because of us disobeying the Lord, not because of the white man's power. You get the point? And I'm by no means am I letting the white man off the hook. But don't think it's because of his power or his, technology or he's better than us. That's why he enslaved us. That ain't why. He enslaved us because we sinned against the Lord. You understand? Go ahead, Sean.
So the precept we're looking for in the Apocrypha is Baruch 4:28 and 29.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, nigga studying. Go ahead. Let me hear ya.
Right. You understand when you have it? Book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so be returned. Seek him 10 times more. Verse 29. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation.
Excellent. Excellent precept. Excellent precept. I have another one higher up in that chapter. But that's it. Deuteronomy 28:15, this one, and give me Galawan, give me Baruch 4 and start at verse 4. Start at verse 3, in fact. Baruch 4 and 3. Quickly. What happened? The audio drop?
Baruch chapter 4, verse 3. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
You understand? That's what we was just talking about. Stolen valor. You understand? Don't get that to another nation. Is it pleading to the Lord? Don't throw us away. You understand? Don't, and we should not give the things the Lord gives to us to another nation. We shouldn't be giving them our love. We shouldn't be giving them our dedication and devotion. That Abu Bakr, you ever listen to him talk? Anybody ever listen to any interview with him? You're getting the habit of listening to interviews with Israelites who serve other nations. That Abu Bakr, that Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, they ain't no fools, you know. They're not idiots. But they take what the Lord gave them as something special, and the ability to lead people and lead people straight to Islam. Don't take what the Lord gave you and give it to another nation. We made Islam great. We made Rastafarianism great. We made, I mean, anything that's new and like a fad, like everybody's into it, that comes from another nation, we are the ones who they always use as the vehicle to make it popular. You get the point? Like if nobody's shit, ain't nobody worshiping no skinny, malnourished Ethiopian and Haile Selassie if it wasn't for Benjamites in Jamaica. Right or wrong? Ain't nobody going and Google that. You understand? It comes from us. So make no mistake, don't take what we have and give it to another nation. We should be separate and holy and give what we have to our nation and our people. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 4, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us.
You understand? We Israelites, once you come into the truth, oh Lord, happy are we, because now we know the things that are made, we know things that please the Lord, this made known to us. We get to know his laws, his statutes, his commandments, his judgments. We know his nation, his brotherhood. We know his power, and we celebrate it every year. Your command Johnny had a hand for an excellent Passover. You're going to see the tapes out here. You're going to see tapes. It was absolutely glorious. And every one of you are going to make it there next year. God, one promised me visa for everybody. If you never had one before, you're going to fly next year, brother. If you're scared of heights, well, no problem. We'll get some medication for you. Right? We knock you a good shot of Johnny Walker, you're going to sleep on the plane. Right? But you're going to be there. Like it gives us great joy because we know the ways of the Lord. Keep reading.
Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel.
Right, go ahead.
He was sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
Read that again.
He was sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
We were sold to the nations not to destroy us, not to just put us in the, to make us, non-existent. Go ahead.
But because he moved God to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
We were what?
You were delivered unto the enemies.
We were delivered to them. You get the point? They didn't take us over. We were given to them. That's a totally different thing. White man enslaved us, but he ain't enslaved us because he's better than us. He enslaved us because we disobeyed our father. You understand? We disobeyed our father. Imagine you in your father's house. He telling you go left. You was like, nah, nigga, I go in right. Then your father, one night you going to sleep, he unlocked the door and let somebody come in there and take you. Had you been in the right spirit with your father, you would not have been left open. Right? Had we been right with the Most High, we would not have been left open. The white man is not better than us. The East Indian is not better than us. The Chinese is not better than us. Neither is the African. Our sin against the Most High is what made us be delivered to them. So now knowing that that's what made us be delivered to them, how can we get out? By staging a coup, like the Jamaat al-Muslimin? You sure? How are we going to get out? Come on, Nigel.
Is it also come down to when Christ came back to this life, was during the resurrection, and they asked, you know, will thou again make us a nation once more? Thinking on this mindset that they were thinking that way, of a physical revolution to come and, you know, kill the Romans, etc. And really what Christ, you know, let them know that it wasn't on that level, would be what he taught them.
Okay, because there is going to be a physical revolution. The heathens are going to be killed. Make no mistake, they are going to be killed. If you're Christian, leave the room now. If you're not about some killing, leave the room now. Go ahead, you're gonna be excused. I ain't talking about you, Nigel, but anybody who thinking, you know, it's about peace, you know, no killing. Listen, they killed us to make slaves. How you think they're gonna be slaves? You think they're gonna be willing? Yeah, Nigel, I'm gonna come work for you. Nah, it's gonna take some crack scholars. It's gonna take some crackheads to make some good slaves. The difference is Abu Bakr took up arms and ammunition, and the Lord did not give that order. You understand? Abu Bakr was a Muslim he's into Islam, and he was, anybody knows his affiliation?
Yeah. So that's it.
Go ahead.
Like the sect of the Jamaat al-Muslimin, that sect, the more radical. Yeah.
Okay, that's his local sect, but back then I think, well, I ain't sure about today, but his sugar daddy, who he would get his support from was Gaddafi. Gaddafi, some of those men who he had running with him trained in Libya for years before they did the coup, and even after, they would send those men to Libya to train. They had affiliations with Gaddafi. Now, Gaddafi is a leader for his people, and he could tell his people to take up guns and do whatever he wants for his people. But when you take instructions from a nation that's not yours to fight against a nation that's not yours, all you doing is switching slave masters. Right? Who was the leader in the parliament at the time of the coup? A.N.R. Robinson. What religion was he?
Christian.
So now Abu Bakr come in there and wanted to, you know, kill him. In essence, he is saying we'll not be Christian anymore, we'll be Muslim. But guess what we'll still be? Slaves. You're just switching slave masters. When this ain't about switching slave masters. What we're talking about here is becoming the slave master.
That's right.
It's a totally different ball game. Totally different ball game. And to become the slave master, you had to be delivered by the Lord. And your king has to give the order to slay. There's going to be some slaying, but that order comes from Christ. Anybody else, if I come tell you take up a gun, nigga, report me. Call the school and report me so I can get my rank stripped. When I say take up a gun, I mean lead a revolution into the damn government. You get the point? That's not what that becoming that slave master comes from the Lord. The Lord gonna come and give that power. So when he says go and slaughter half of Elam, which is the East Indian, the Pakistanis or the Africans or whoever, when he gives that order, it's coming from him. This ain't me killing nobody. This is the Lord. You get the point? This ain't me. Do they call soldiers who go to war murderers? They fight, but they're killing people, right? They're killing people. When brothers in Trinidad who involved in all different activities, those brothers who the trigger men, do they call them murderers? When they murder somebody, does the order come from somebody else to kill that person, or do they just wake up and say, I'm gonna kill this man today? So now a soldier fighting in a war, he gets orders from his general or his captain or the government to go kill this nation, but that's not murder. A soldier on the streets in an urban city get orders from his lieutenant or his captain to go kill somebody from the rival gang. That's called murder. What's the difference?
No difference, sir.
There is a difference.
Oh yes, sorry.
There is a difference.
Yep. Slave master demand so yeah. Right. The order coming from the slave master as opposed to the slave.
Kinda, but it's something else.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, give me the brother any second row.
The order coming from the president, the ruler.
So now the slave master giving the order, the president giving the order. What's the difference between them two and somebody else? It's one word. Masimba.
Swidaka. Is that word power?
Go ahead, Swidaka boy. Slack. I'm trying to get in there, Masimba. You see what's going on? I try to give Masimba some power. Swidaka said, nah, damn that. I'm going to get it. Power. Everything in life is about power. That's it. Power. One person has power, the other man doesn't. You get the point? The Lord is the power. He is the only power. I'm going to serve him. When he gives orders to do something, I'm going to carry them out. Strive for power. Strive for it. Live for it. Breathe for it. Wake up in the morning and want it. And I'm not talking about base, low-level carnal power like, brothers is. Yeah? All of a sudden, you want your brother is your enemy for the sake of power. I'm talking about deciding if Africa gets rice. That's what I'm talking about. That's different than territory. You know what I mean? East-West corridor. Q-Rep versus Grandy and Pinto and Komoto. I'm talking about Masimba. How much pounds of rice you think we should drop in Calcutta today for them India? Masimba gonna say, don't get them none. All right, no sweat. You get right? Y'all laughing. Y'all. I know y'all seen them videos where the helicopter dropping rice in them war-torn countries, and people running up and trying to catch the box of rice. Well, listen, there's some white man in a seat of power somewhere that's having dinner right now with some slut and on a cell phone on some private jet and saying, get him some rice. All right, get him some rice. Get him some rice. And he goes on to eat sirloin. You understand? He goes on to eat, the finest of meats. That's power. And the Lord could give you that power if you serve him, if you obey him, if you change your life and live for him, if you follow the man the Lord sends you to follow him. If you do that, if you deny yourself pleasures and lust and sin, you deny yourself that and deny yourself to hate your brother at every given moment, which our slave master perpetuates daily. Our slave master perpetuates to hate your brother and sister every single day. You deny yourself that, the Lord gonna give you some power. The Lord gonna give you some power where you open your mouth and people die. You understand? Where you just say, yeah, send a message. You know politicians talk. Yeah, if you in the street, you might be like, yeah, go and flatten everybody. You a politician, you're gonna say, send Galawan down there to send a message. Anybody listening to that gonna think Galawan gonna come with a little envelope, hey, a message from the king. Nah, Galawan coming with 100 niggas with swords to cut your heads off. And if you can't read between the lines, then he gonna send 100 more to send you another message. Get the point? That's power. You understand? And that's what we don't have because we disobeyed the Lord. So now he gave power to another nation to rule over us. He gave power to Pandey and Satmaraj and Ramesh Lawrence and all them Indian to rule over us. You mad at it? Get mad. Get mad enough to come in the UPK and raise up a nation of black people, Hispanics and Native Indians, and we'll just, take over. That's all. They came on a boat, we'll build the boat and send them back. No problem. No sweat. No problem. We will possess them, like the scripture says. You understand? Let me get you 2 more verses to go with that, Amos. Give me Numbers 24 and 18, quickly.
Numbers 24 and 18.
And somebody else hold Obadiah verse 19. Just hold it for me. I'm gonna come to that after. Give me Numbers quickly, Galawan. Baba Kusha. Your numbers, Galawan 24?
Yeah, can. Numbers 24 and 18.
Go ahead.
And Edom shall be a possession.
Say it again.
And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
Right? So now, Seir is what? Klein.
That's the as far as I can remember, I think that's the it has to do with Edom, a land master dealing with Edom. Yeah.
Like how we have Mount Zion.
Right.
In Edom you have Mount Seir. Right? We're gonna possess it all. We're going to own it, we're going to possess it all, we're going to possess it all. You understand? Keep reading.
Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
Right? Israel going to be brave. Keep going.
Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
Keep going.
And when he looked on Amalek.
Who's Amalek?
He's Jewish.
So-called Jewish man. When he looked on Amalek, go ahead.
He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations.
Oh boy. Amalek was first of the nations. What does that mean?
First to oppress us.
Who was who the brother who raised his hand?
Andrew.
Andrew.
First to oppress us.
He oppressed us. I ain't gonna say he's the first because we was in Egypt, but he did oppress us. But think, okay, who runs the world today? Clyde. Jewish man. He run the earth. Exactly. The long-nosed guy devil, hell, shit. Give it to him. He runs the world today, but he is the first of the nations. You understand? He is the first of the nations. Right? That land, Israel today, that they have a president, Benjamin Netanyahu. If Netanyahu gets up on TV right now and cries and say he's tired of the Palestinians, the whole world would fall on Palestine. Because Amalek is the first of the nations. Right? Keep reading for time's sake. Let's keep going.
But his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Oh boy, you think you nice now? You think you good now? You think you the first of the nations now? Shalom Elohim El Shaddai. You think you top dog now? All right. When Christ come back, niggas gonna be like, damn, homie. In 2018, you was the man, homie. You gonna be done. You was your first now, but your end ain't gonna be good in the end. When Christ come back, it's gonna be a wrap for you. You know why? Because we will possess them. You get the point? We will possess them. Give me Obadiah 19. Quickly, you could drop that guy on.
Can't everyone can? Obadiah verse 19. Give me a count when you have it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead.
Prop. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Saphrad, shall possess the cities of the south, and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's.
You understand? We're going to possess them, and they were living in our land. You get the point? They're living in our land, calling themselves by the Lord's name, by our name. Listen, we're going to kick you in the door and be like, nigga, you in my house. And ain't no sorry too late for sorry now. Now you got to pay. Now you're going to have to pay. You understand? We will possess them. Give me Isaiah 11 and 13. Run it.
Gone.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them, of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. And there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as was like something on here. Also, we had to call that.
Simba, everyone here?
Say we up, say we up. Yeah. We up, testing 1, 1, 2. We up or we down? Listen, the white man is the goddamn devil. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. Like in the middle of possession, he possessed the damn internet. He possessed the power. He's like, nigga, you talking too much. You done. All right. We right up on the time anyway. So just finish up where we was at.
Verse 16.
Now, give me from 13 one more time. Salaki. That's where I went off.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 15. The enemy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Right, what's that talking about?
Enemy of Judah.
Huh? What's that talking about?
Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky, go ahead.
I was talking about like Ephraim was ruling outside of Israel and Judah was inside of Israel.
Say that one more time.
Ephraim was ruling the outer part of Israel, and Ephraim and Judah was on the Israel itself.
All right. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Ephraim will not vex Judah. Judah will not envy Ephraim. What does that mean? Go ahead. Go ahead, Masumba. Go ahead.
I believe that basically talking about the northern and southern kingdom coming together as one.
That's it. It's like there ain't gonna be no more beef. There ain't gonna be no more beef between the houses of Israel. You understand? There ain't gonna be no more beef between the houses of Israel. Once again, the split, just think Ezekiel, I believe the 33rd or the 35th chapter, where it talk about make them 2 sticks, one for Judah and his fellows, one for Ephraim and his fellows. So now the Lord is rebuilding again the house of David. rebuilding the nation of Israel, rebuilding the kingdom, putting them together. Go ahead.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall vex Ephraim.
Go ahead.
But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west.
Who read it? Read it a little bit louder so I can hear you a little better.
Sure. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east together.
How they gonna spoil them? Who said? Raise your hand.
Together.
Together. What is that telling you?
Yeah. The whole nation will spoil them. It shall come back as one.
It's saying, if y'all in that room want to raise up the dead in Trinidad, y'all better stick together and do every goddamn thing God wants to tell you to do. That's what it's saying. Without brotherhood, there is no salvation. Salvation comes through brotherhood. Get the point? You're going to do it together or you ain't going to do it at all. Just like a father who have children. Either you're going to sit here and do this thing together or you're going to get out my house. You understand? Put that in your chest. Let that sink in. Together. You get the point? Keep reading quickly so we could wrap it up.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab.
You see? So they're going to be plenteous. There's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing when my burger alarm starts ringing. There's going to be a ton of killing out. You understand? The Lord said they're going to lay their hands on the nations. Go ahead.
And the children of Ammon shall obey them.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You go in a Chinese restaurant today, hurry up and buy. Hurry with a W. They don't even say hurry. There's an R in there. But Moab and Ammon is the children of incest. It is a nation of Down syndrome, so they can't speak properly. Hurry up and buy. No problem. No problem. I understand. A day coming when you will obey me. When I tell you, put the dog down, Mr. Lee. Put the dog down, Lee. And get out there and cut Cain, Lee. You're going to obey me. Keep going.
And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea.
Oh, wait. Nothing coming out of there. Keep going.
And with his mighty wind shall shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in 7 streams, and make it go over dry shod.
You understand? The Lord is going to put us in, he's going to give us power to rule over these nations and split them up and separate them like they did ours. You get the point? Like they did ours. We're going to wrap it up there for tonight. All right, Akim, good job again. Y'all hold it down. Y'all keep pushing, keep striving. Listen to everything God wants telling you. Brother know exactly what the hell he doing. All right? We're going to do the announcements real quick. Once again, we had the Passover. It's absolutely excellent. The videos coming out, the pictures coming. Y'all share them all over the place. Okay, tell your homies, your friends, the sisters, the brothers. Y'all get everybody into the I.S.U.P.K, all right? Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. This is not the Christian church. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give to the treasury. All right, priest fund, free will offering, Not mandatory. It's offering for the priest. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, you can give it. All right. Upcoming holy convocations. We're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Right now, your Passover was Friday night, Friday at sundown. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, the feast was kept Saturday sundown, but it really, you could say it started Friday night. So from Friday, you should have had all the leavening out your house, all the baking soda, the yeast, all them raising agents that make things rise and, you know, make all them good cakes and pancakes you all like, and, you know, muffins and stuff, get that out your house. Unleavened bread all week. You must eat a piece of unleavened bread every day until, I believe, this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday or Sunday is the end of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. I'll double check it for you, or tune into the classes, you'll find out when. But every day you're supposed to eat a piece of unleavened bread to remember how the Lord showed his power against our oppressors in Egypt. All right? Remind Akim and Akwathian to check all social media, all websites, all our platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, ISUPK.com, YouTube, for any information on events we be having, dates, times, etc., and for classes. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you must start wearing all black boots, all black shirt, all black pants, all black headband or scarf. Must be in all black, nothing on it. Not no small logo or nothing. You don't have it, go to the store and get an all black shirt, all black pants, all black boots. Once again, this is a profession, an ancient profession, an honorable profession. And like any job you have job clothes. Right now, if you want to be a trooper in the school, get your job clothes. Go get your all black. You don't know how to get it, talk to Galawan. He wore it for a time, and now he's an officer commanding all power in Trinidad and Tobago, and he gets to wear whatever the hell he wants. All right? With that, shalom. Yahaba Hashem Yahushai Baraka Thumb. Yahushua Thun Ba Hashem Yahushai. Shalom.